Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. One of the greatest problems every Nigerian who understands tradition or who understands the norms of the country should avoid is problems with omonna and umonne, as in problems that has to do with the people. Because the truth of the matter is, be you politician, be you a clergyman, be you what, whoever you are, you will always remember home. There's a day that is called reckoning, a day that is called homecoming. And if you are against your people, as the case may be, then you actually have a problem in your hands. That means you'll be on exile for God knows how long, probably all the days of your life. I mean, even degenerate to generational problem. Just after Nnamdi Kanu made that encrypted message on one of his social media pages, and this came as a reply from the sitting governor, talking about Imo State governor. But let's go through the news to find out what it is he said. Don't also forget that he had issues that has to do issues with other politicians, his colleagues in the field. Don't also forget that he had issues with governor, ex-governor, and the now president senator, that's Roger Okorocha. All this playing around the same Imo State, I guess, is actually too much for one person to handle. But before we go to the newspaper, I would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has said agreed politicians actually sponsored Monday attacks in the state, exonerated the IPOB people, exonerated ESN. And let's continue. Well, it was reported that gunmen as of Monday attacked the Owerri Correctional Prison and freed over 1,800 inmates. The attackers also razed the Imo State Police Command headquarters situated in Owerri and burnt all the vehicles parked at the command headquarters. The hoodlums further freed the suspects in the cells at the State Criminal Investigation Department (CID) SCID of the command and made an attempt to loot the police armory in the state. It was gathered that gunmen operated from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. on Monday and sang solidarity songs at the government house roundabout for about 30 minutes before attacking the facilities. The police have since accused members of the Eastern Security Network (ESN), the security arm of the indigenous people of Biafra, of being masterminds of the attacks, but the secessionist agitators led by Nnamdi Kanu have since denied the allegation. But speaking on television program, Uzodinma discredited the claim that IPOB members perpetrated the heinous acts. He said their attackers' tactics is that they try to identify grievances of people in a particular area. If it is in Imo State and probably there are some IPOB members who are not happy, they hire hoodlums from outside Imo State, they bring them in pretending to be IPOB, and they commit these crimes and they go away. So it is not IPOB. Yes, we agree. We have agreed IPOB members, but I can tell you, those who are doing this destruction, most of them were brought in from outside Imo State. Continuing, the governor said, what is important for Nigerians to know is the plot by a group of aggrieved politicians to destabilize the government of APC or Progressive Congress. I have done some thorough investigation and have some credible lead as to those who are sponsoring these activities of these hoodlums. I don't want to preempt the investigations of other security agencies, but I can tell you we are working hard to ensure the sponsors of this dastardly act must be brought to book. Okay, now Governor Hope Uzodinma now seems to be a Secret Service agent. I understand that he's actually the chief security officer of the state, but he's actually totally going against what the former IGP has said. Adamu, he said that it's ESN, obviously it's ESN, and without the excluded messages, Nnamdi Kanu said he believes it's ESN. Don't forget that over the years, when we look at these things, let's look at a bigger picture. Over the years, the youth have been crying. The youth have been asking for basic amenities. I could still remember a slogan when I was growing up, and I'm sure every other person heard it when they were all growing up, that don't worry, when you grow up, the future belongs to the youth. Some of us are now in adulthood. The future still belongs to the youth. And the people who still told us that the future belongs to the youth are still in leadership. Then when will they leave the leadership for the youth to take over? The same youth are in the same Nigeria. We have if not the headquarters of the poorest nation in the world. Nigeria probably may be the headquarters, if not one already. But yet we have the billionaires, as in our politicians, our elites are one of the billionaires we have. In fact, our politicians earn one of the highest allowances, highest income compared to other politicians around the world. We have the richest in this same country. We also have the poorest in this same country. You just find out that the sharing ratio is not balanced. They keep telling you that the monies are not enough. The common man is not enough. We can't even pay salaries. Like in some cases where a state actually is owing 77 months salaries. You have to ask yourself, what are you doing that the state legislature of that state have not impeached him yet? And he's still moving smoothly. And they say there's no money. A security vote that is there, no money anywhere. But the salaries are paid promptly, allowances are paid. In fact, they keep saying the allowance is not even enough. Overhead cost is not enough. Even the minimum wage 30,000 is difficult for some of them to pay. They'll tell you that the money to govern administrative cost charges is too much. But yet the common man who actually employ the politicians to take over the affairs of the state don't even have basic amenities. This security we're talking about is some of the cardinal things, provisions that every politician that is at the helm of affairs should provide. If you look at critically these few days or these few months after the hashtag #EndSARS saga, you keep hearing things like from you saying, "All die now die." Simply because, not because they decide to go through that way, but because they have had enough. You come out from school, you don't have a job, things are not going well. It is in Nigeria we keep hearing things like up NEPA. In some countries, you don't even know what darkness is. We keep hearing things like there's no water, like what happened in Enugu. You ask yourself, say, in a state capital, there's no water. As in, excuse me. And you keep hearing things like we have revenues, we have places to get monies, and we borrow. We even want to borrow from a third world country as well. You begin to wonder what is going on, and yet even some rich dudes, rich people in Nigeria can actually borrow Nigeria money. Is that bad? And you think the people will just fold their arms and say all is well? The youths are angry. The youths are not happy with things are going. Of course, some youths are benefiting from the program. And don't also forget, in the same Imo state, Gov.Hope Uzodinma have issues with the likes of Roger Sokorocha. And don't also forget, the same Gov.Hope Uzodinma actually invited military some months back in Olu to flush out ESN, according to his words. Now the question now is, making too many enemies at the same time, to me, politically, it's actually not wise. But then, let's find out how it goes on. Let's put in our comment section what's your take on the fact that even Governor Hope Uzodinma have made a U-turn, even against the backdrop of what the former IGP said, that definitely it is not ESN and definitely not IPOB, that these are miscreants outside Imo State, despite all the things he has said. Let's put in